Hello class 8. We will be doing the chapter that is the reaction of colonial rule, and we were learning about the social reform movement in India. In the last video, you have learned about the reform movement by the Arya Samaj, which was founded by Dayanand Saraswati. Dayanand Saraswati founded the Arya Samaj, which mainly worked for the removing or to bring about changes in the caste system, against the idol worship, and also against the child marriage, and to provide or to spread women education in India. Now, then in Saraswati, he believed that the Vedas was the source of all knowledge, and we, the Indians, we do not need to look towards the West for getting knowledge, because the Veda is self-sufficient, and so he believed in the principle for go back to Vedas. And he was a great supporter of women education. He wanted to spread women education. He was also against child marriage and practices like the caste system in the society. And he also started the Suddhi movement for reconverting the Hindus who had got detached from their religion. So these were mainly the works of Dayanand Saraswati. Along with that, earlier we had learned about the reform movement done by the Prakana Samaj, about the contributions of the Parsis who had started the reform movement in Maharashtra. Today we will learn about the social reformers from other parts of India also. Now, we see that after the death of Swami Dayanand, his followers, they tried to continue spreading the ideologies or the teachings of Dayanand Saraswati, and his representatives like Lala Hamsaraj, Pandit Gurudat, Lala Rajpat Rai, and Swami Shraddhanand. They were the ones who were carrying out the works of the Arya Samaj. And Lala Hamsaraj, he founded the Anglo-Vedic College in Lahore. Shraddhanand, he founded the Gurudat Arya Vidyalaya in 1902 in Haridwar, and we find that their main objective was to these representatives of the Arya Samaj was to propagate or to spread the ideologies of the Veda. And we see that during this time, some of the members of the Arya Samaj, they realized that Western education was also important, and so Dev Samaj was founded by Swami Satyanand Agnihotri in 1887. So that was it. Dayanand Saraswati started the Arya Samaj. It was working for spreading the ideology of the Vedas. He was a supporter of women education. Also, he spoke against caste system of child marriage, against the deity worship. After his death, his followers started to continue to spread the ideologies of the Vedas and ideologies of the Arya Samaj, like Lala Hamsaraj, or we can talk about Pandit Gurudat, Lala Rajpat Rai, and Swami Shraddhanand. Lala Hamsaraj, he founded the Anglo-Vedic College, and Shraddhanand, he founded the Gurudat Arya Vidyalaya in 1902. The main objective of these followers was to spread the ideologies of the Vedas, and that was the main focus of the Arya Samaj. But we find that during this time, some of the members of the Arya Samaj, they started feeling that Western education was also important for removing or bringing about changes in the society. We find that in the year 1887, Dev Samaj was founded by Swami Satyanand. So that was the continuation of the work started by Dayanand Saraswati through the Arya Samaj. Next, we will learn about some other social reformers from different parts of India. If we look in this at the southern part of India, then we talk about Birsalingam Pantulu. He was a Telugu social reformer, and he was the one who spoke against caste system, untouchability, polygamy, and various other social practices that were there. He started the Rajmundry Social Reform Association in the year 1878. He founded the Daileshwar Giri School in the year 1874. Because of his activities, he came to be known as the father of the Telugu social reform. So, Birsalingam Pantulu is an important social reformer from the southern part of India. he is called the father of Telugu social reform. He spoke against the caste system, untouchability, polygamy that was there in the society. He started the Rajmundry Social Reform Association in the year 1878 and he also formed the Daileshwar Giri School in the year 1874. And as I have said earlier, because of his ideologies, he came to be known as the father of Telugu social reform. Next, we will learn about another social reformer from southern part of India. He is Narayan Guru. He was a social reformer from Kerala. He was the one who took up the causes of the depressed classes. He started a movement against the caste system and untouchability and he started a movement against this the oppression of the depressed classes in the society. That means the people who were at the lowest level of the social society, they were exploited or they were oppressed by the other classes. He spoke against this oppression. He started a movement to bring about some changes in it. He started the movement against caste system because he opposed caste system and he also opposed the oppression of the downtrodden people in the society, that is, who were at the lowest level of the social ladder. He founded the All India Depressed Classes Federation in the year 1927 for the Ezhava community and he started the Vaikom Satyagraha movement. So as he was working for the upliftment of the downtrodden people of the society, he started or he founded the All India Depressed Classes Federation in the year 1927 and he started the Vaikom Satyagraha movement. So Birsalingam, Pandulu and Narayan Guru are two important social reformers from southern India. Apart from that, we will also learn about Jyotiba Phule and Savitri Phule. Jyotiba Phule and his wife Savitri Phule, they were the social reformers from the western part of India. They had founded a female school at Pune in the year 1851. Jyotiba Phule, he was also against caste system and untouchability that was practiced and he founded the Satya Sodhak Samaj in the year 1873. So Jyotiba Phule and Savitri Phule, they are social reformers from the western part of India, that is from Maharashtra. They had founded a female school at Pune in the year 1851. They were opposing Jyotiba Phule. He opposed caste system and untouchability that was quite prevalent in the society at that point of time. And he started or he founded the Satya Sodhak Samaj in the year 1873. And then we will find that Annie Besant, he popularized the movement started by the Theosophical Society. This was also working for the reform of the society and Mrs. Annie Besant was one of the most important or popular social reformer who belonged or who was trying to popularize their movement in India. So that was about the social reform movements that we have read so far from different parts of India. We will also read about some social reformers from Bengal. You have read about Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Vidyasagar and Dinozio. Apart from them, there were other people also who were trying to reform the social or the religious practices prevalent at that point of time. And when we are talking about this social reform or the other social reformers, we will learn about Debendranath Tagore, Keshav Chandra Sen, or about the Brahmo movement that started in Bengal, about Vijay Krishna Ghosh and also about Ramakrishna Paramahansa and Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Mission that was started by him. But for now, for today, we will keep up to this much, that is up to the contributions of Theosophical Society and that of Jyotiba Phule and Savitri Phule. In our next video, we will talk about the Brahmo movement that started in Bengal. Thank you.